everyone. Welcome to the ATYL live stream on a Wednesday night. So good to see you all as you're tuning in to talk all about motorsports. Of course, our bread and butter here on ATYL Media is NASCAR, but we talk about Formula One, INDYCAR, sim racing, every type of motorsport under the sun. We basically chat about it right here. So good to see you all tuning in. Of course, I'm joined by the ATYL Media Team. We got some new members from the team joining us here. Of course, you guys know Dom Joseph. You guys know Buddy Pooley, Sal Nicosia. But also we have Andrea on here and Laurel. Laurel has been lovely working with ATYL Media Team this summer. And then Andrea, you all know her from 4 Laps. So ladies, welcome to the stream. So good to have you here.
Excited.
Gosh, lovely. And good to see you all in the chat as well. They don't know what they're in for.
I'm scared.
You can tell.
Me too.
Well, it's going to be a good time tonight, you guys. And everyone in the chat, if you have any topics you want us to talk about that we don't touch on tonight, just use the hashtag AskATYL. We'll make sure to star those comments and get to them later in the show. But we're going to start off with NASCAR, dive into some IndyCar stuff, NHRA, Formula One, Cars Tour, other short track stuff, and then, of course, loop back around to NASCAR as we close out our show. But let's get started just with Dover. Denny Hamlin takes the win there. That's his 4th win this season, moves to 11th on the all-time wins list in the progressive car. I'm a little biased towards that car. I really love it. But Sal, you had your show yesterday morning. What was the conversation about with that win? Any thoughts about the weekend?
It was quite a weekend. I mean, being out at Dover is always a treat. So it was good to kind of be able to go to the home track and see what's going on. The rain came like it always does, which was a fun and exciting thing. I don't know if any other driver was leading that race with 14 laps to go if they wouldn't have flagged it, but you could see the weather kind of moving over. It wasn't a real serious deal, thankfully, but I don't know. It was a good race. It might have looked like a snoozer on TV, but there was action. I didn't see the broadcast on TNT. Hopefully they were showing battles like for the bracket, because that was the one that I was most locked into. I mean, Chase Elliott was out and away early, and then everybody who got to the front was out and away kind of until the very end there. But the battle between Ty Dillon and John Hunter Nemechek for that bracket. And listen, I haven't been the bracket challenge poster boy here throughout the time that it's been going on. It's been a little rocky, but I think the best week we got was kind of this last week so far. So it's been really exciting. There's a lot of chatter around other non-Dover related NASCAR things yesterday morning and since then. But I think everybody was kind of happy. I would love to see Dover get some more love as the Cup Series, kind of bounces around and talks about changing dates and things like that. But no, it's a good time. And I don't know, if I always encourage people, if you haven't been out to that track, definitely put it on your list, because it's an atmosphere to be roasting in the 110 degree steel metal bleachers on a Sunday afternoon. Can't beat it.
Well, I'm curious for you. I felt like the race was too long. I got to like 300 laps in and I was like, oh my God, like we still have 100 laps to go. Like, was it the same for you, like sitting there? And then like everyone else too, I'm like, did we all feel the same way? Because then I feel bad if nobody else did.
I didn't think it was too long. It definitely, it just sucks, because I know that they wanted to use that new tire compound, make the tire softer, have more fall off, get the cars a little bit more competitive with each other. But I mean, there's something that Hendrick has that a lot of teams have, where once they get onto that open and that clean air, I don't know, you could put nitrous in it. I mean, you're not going to get back close to those leaders. Yeah. So it got a little drawn out when the leaders were way, way, way out in the way. But I didn't mind like the Seabell cautions for the spins. I didn't mind that. I thought it was a really clean race. We could have used a little more rough stuff out there for entertainment's sake. But even the rain delay, like, it gave us that perfect scenario for a shootout by the time we were all exhausted from watching the guys at the front just go round.
Well, I would say, like, poor Christopher Bell too. You bring up a really good point. Like, I mean, 2 guys that I think really lost out. SVG did not get to see what he could do just with the tire issue. Buddy, I'm sure that was disappointing for you.
Absolutely tragic. I was really, I had my heart set on 3 in a row, honestly.
At Dover for SVG?
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. Basically a road course, right?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, no, y'all were at Dover last year when I was screaming my head off because he got the lucky dog in the Xfinity race. I don't want to hear it. You weren't there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but SVG, disappointing for him. Didn't really get to see how well he could do just because of the early tire issue. And then, of course, for Christopher Bell, just kept spinning. Dude just kept spinning, and it just didn't end well for him. But
he's got that Kyle Larson disorder where he tends to step on himself a little bit there. If you know what I'm saying, it was tough. It was tough watching him spin around there through 3 and 4. He looked like
you're saying
if he looked like if he could have kept it gathered up, he would have had the speed to beat the 11. But that's just my 2 cents.
Yeah. Goodness, Dom, anything else about this weekend that you thought of that you wanted to point out? Anything we missed?
Well, another defensive masterclass by Denny Hamlin. We saw this last year. I was at the race last year. And, Larson tried everything to get by him in those final, what felt like 20 laps, tried every groove. And Denny is just the master of putting the car exactly where he can be comfortable getting around the track, and it will make the guy behind him uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Just absolute masterclass of it. Chase Briscoe had better tires, but just couldn't get by whatever Denny threw at him. So kudos to him. 4 wins this year puts him above everybody else. I know we've still got time before playoffs, so we'll see if he can keep the old momentum rolling, because he likes to run out of it right when it matters most.
Oh, yeah.
No, huge win for Denny, and that's 3 years in a row for Toyota at Dover. So TRD's got it figured out there.
Well, and I'm curious for you, like Andrea and Laurel. I think this past weekend, one thought that I had was like Denny Hamlin, he's 44 years old. He's still winning late into his career. And then you think about somebody like Kyle Busch, for instance. Like, I know Kyle Busch has like kind of gone down in performance, and he's with RCR now. So it's like you're comparing apples and like oranges here. But Kyle Busch has like 2 champions in the bank. I'm curious for you two, like, what do you feel is more important? Do you feel like Denny Hamlin, him winning consistently later in his career and just not seeing an end in sight to that is more important? Or do you feel like the Kyle Busch 2 champions but not winning anymore is more important? It's a loaded question.
Yeah, why don't you just throw him in there? Like,
I just threw him in there. I'm sorry.
I was like, wait, can I
welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Like,
we gotta load it up.
Well, then,
There is a wrong answer, by the way.
Let's
This is a
make it
test.
ground level, though. For Denny Hamlin, here's just the blanket question here. Denny Hamlin in his post-race press conference talked about how he's like, you know what? If I win the championship, fine. If I do, awesome. If I don't, awesome. But he's very set on saying like, hey, I'm excited just to keep adding wins to my name. His goal is to be top 10 on the all-time win list, which he's almost there. He's about 5 wins away from what, Kyle Busch, somewhere in there, right? Mm-hmm. So my question is like, diverting it, when do you think he'll get to that 60 win mark this season? He needs 2 more wins. So I say yes. But do you guys know where he'll get it? Like, do you guys have any ideas or thoughts?
I think it'll be whenever it's the most convenient storyline with the lawsuit and where it's the most dramatic for it to happen. I think that's exactly where it'll happen.
Yes, it's a great answer.
I feel like that's how I felt about this weekend. Like, oh, that is extremely, extremely interesting storyline. Whenever it gets most heated in the press with the lawsuit, that's when I think the wins will come, because of course, why not? It's like scripted to be perfect, and it's like interesting to keep people tuning in. As far as like him saying his goal is the all-time win list, I think that that's like something that you can achieve while also trying to achieve a championship. So like I think that maybe he just doesn't want to speak too much on the championship thing. Maybe some people believe in the jinx and the curses. I know, but 2 isn't that many to achieve.
Yeah, I think he can totally do it.
If he does end up winning the championship, sorry.
No. Oh, my bad. I've been to 1 race in my entire life to NASCAR, and it was this year in Michigan, and he won. So that's the only frame.
Heck yeah.
Wow. ATYL has been at Denny's last like 9 wins.
We have Martinsville, Michigan, Dover.
Before Michigan, I was literally at his last 6. So
Darlington.
I'm probably gonna go to.
He wins a lot of races.
Oh, okay.
Maybe add another one there.
Make it 10. Just make it 10 already.
Yeah.
My goodness. No,
Great.
I would love this year, because like last year Tyler Reddick won the regular season championship, and I was like, oh, this is awkward, because like that's when the lawsuit stuff like really was just starting to happen. I'm like, wouldn't it be just awesome? There's a ways to go. If Denny Hamlin won the regular season championship, I would love nothing more than for that to happen. Right now, though, I know it's Chase Elliott and William Byron kind of trading places or getting very close points wise, battling for the regular season title, but I just want it for the plot and for the drama, for Denny Hamlin to just either win a championship this year, because how fun would that be, or win the regular season title. But I also know I've jinxed it the past like 3 years, so that kind of sucks.
Who presents the trophy to the championship winner, by the way? Do we know that? Who does that?
Last,
Is
yeah.
it Phelps? Wouldn't
Yeah,
that be
Phelps.
a photo on the front page of Steve Phelps handing the championship trophy to Denny Hamlin amidst a lawsuit? You talk
Hey.
about headlines that would feed generations.
Hey,
Yeah.
Dom, you work for NASCAR technically, right?
Oh,
You're on the
God.
payroll, right?
Where are you going with this, buddy?
We're buddy.
It won't be anybody. It'll be Dom. They'll be like, who's the
They're
Dom
gonna
will-
give
Dom will
it.
present
They're gonna
it.
give it to him this year to let him do it.
Here's your time to shine.
Yeah.
If Riley Herbst wins Daytona and gets in the playoffs,
Oh
and then
my
like
God,
Bubba
don't
makes
even
it too,
say
do you
those
think they
words.
finally get rid of the playoffs if it was just the 23-11 and Denny Hamlin's sweep of the Final Four?
Maybe
Is
that's
that
what
we
it'll
have to
take.
do?
Maybe
That's why
that's
they're
what it
keeping
takes.
it. Because Denny can't
Do
win.
we have any witches in the chat that can make that happen? Like,
They're not too expensive on Etsy. Just saying.
This is true. This is true.
she knew where I was going with this.
We got this.
Thank you.
My gosh. There's so many talking points from this weekend. We'll talk about them later. Of course, going into Indianapolis, we have the tie versus tie battle for the $1 million, and we'll talk about that later in the show, 100%. But let's move on to talking about IndyCar. Before we do, and this is where I messed up, because I don't have one of the trading cards with me right now because I was going to show it off. But I do want to mention, if you guys are NASCAR trading card enthusiasts, you got to head on over to NASCAR.shop/ATYL. It's been so great to partner with Dan since the start of this month and just build a long-term partnership with them. If you use the promo code ATYL or just click this link, it'll automatically apply a 15% off on your first card purchase. I'm learning so much more about trading cards. Dan has sent me a lot of trading cards, and I think they're so cool. And we're actually working on something really cool to display your trading cards that should be out in the next few months. So keep an eye out on that. But again, scan the QR code or go to NASCAR.shop/ATYL to get your trading cards today. With that said, we will move on. IndyCar. I gotta say, I'm a little bit of a Pato Award fan, so I was very happy about this weekend, Andrea. I don't know about you, but it was.
I will say I didn't know you were a Pato fan until MJ filled me in, and I was like, oh, love that for Taylor.
We love Pato.
I like Pato too.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm happy for you too.
No,
buddy.
no, you already said it. You already said it.
My
I know that
driver
you guys
crashes
are-
weekly.
Good.
Oh, which
Yeah.
one, Scotty or Joseph?
Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love there
I
were two
know
to
that-
pick from. That was pretty good.
I know that you guys are super used to this as NASCAR fans, but we have had so much IndyCar racing this month of July. It's literally been every single weekend. And so I am lucky that we have some Pato wins to kind of break up the Alex Palou dominance, because that would probably make July hurt a little bit more. But
Yeah.
it was really exciting to see Pato win, because I did think it was going to be Alex Palou or Kyle Kirkwood, which both would have been kind of boring because there are two winners of this year mainly.
Yeah. No, but it's been good. Like Scott Dixon went at Mid-Ohio. I mean, that's kind of his track. So that was great to see
Yeah.
that. And then just to see Pato just kind of pick up steam. And they're like, oh, he's like 99 points away from the championship like win. Like anything could happen. I'm like, we know how this is going to go. We've seen the script. We see the points. Like we
Yeah.
know. But I know it wasn't a win for Palou this weekend. Was it driver error, or was it just strategy didn't work out?
Well, it depends, because the driver called the strategy. So I think
That's
he
fair.
would say it was a driver error of the strategy variety. It was funny. They actually asked him in the post race. They were like, how could you be mad? You know, like it just happens sometimes. And he was like, well, I can be mad because I called it. So it was strange. Him and Scott Dixon were kind of on the same strategy. So I don't know if that means like Scott Dixon was just kind of like following his lead. But it ended up working out poorly for them, but great for Kiffin Simpson, who is also a Chip Ganassi driver and did his own thing strategy wise, maybe didn't follow Alex Palou's call and ended up getting himself a podium finish. So I guess you win some, you lose some. Alex Palou doesn't seem worried. He had a smile on his face in the post race. I think he would love to see Pato get those 99 points if he can.
Yeah. I mean, I'd like to see a compelling battle for the championship because right now, I mean, it's game over, right? But
yeah. I think last year it came down to just Will Power in the last race, who lost by a seatbelt malfunction.
Yeah.
But even then, it was like they always do that, you know. Mathematically, I think there's 4 drivers still in the championship battle, but I was never good at math, so I just wait till they tell me when somebody's officially out.
Why I say, I'm like, this is why I write for a living. I don't do mathematics because just not my thing. But like I said, it was a really good race though this weekend. It was like action packed. The tire wear was super fun to watch too. I mean, again, I know a lot of us here watch just stock car racing and that type of stuff, but IndyCar has such a good product that just sometimes goes unnoticed. You hate to see the Penske curse continuing, as Ravaging Wolverine mentions here. I mean, again, it feels like every IndyCar race, 2 of the Penske drivers DNF, and another one just somehow scrapes by. And same instance this weekend. I mean, Joseph Newgarden, my goodness, just was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
That's the thing I think that's probably most painful about a lot of the things that Joseph Newgarden has found himself in, is that they're like luck, circumstance, and you can't really fix luck or circumstance. I guess you just got to ride it out. But he looks like he's not having a good time riding it out. And I was like, I think that maybe he deserves a weekend off. Maybe we're doing a little too much in July for him. You can only DNF so many times in 1 month before you just might lose it a little bit.
Yeah, I would already be like kicking and screaming and saying, I don't want to race anymore if I was Joseph Newgarden, but that's just me. But man, I mean, again, good race. Congrats to Pato. Penske still is just struggling, but race this weekend as well. Maybe Penske can turn it around.
Well, maybe? At this point, I've decided I'm not going to ever bet on Penske to turn it around. Maybe we'll catch them next year. But yeah, we have Laguna Seca coming up. It is a track that Alex Palou is quite good at. It's also a track that Colton Herta is quite good at. And I think Colton Herta is also probably hoping to have something good to end his season off with. He has not really been making much of a splash this season. Haven't seen him win a race or anything of the sort. So maybe this weekend could be that for him. It's also a title sponsor this year by Java House, which is a main sponsor of Ed Carpenter Racing. And so maybe they will decide to show up. They have struggled a bit in the last couple of weeks as well. But when your sponsor's running the race, maybe you give your best racing package for that race. I don't know.
I feel like it goes either way. Either you have the title sponsor on your car and you just bomb the race, or you win.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah. they would probably prefer the winning variety.
100%.
But they haven't really been that strong on road courses. It's just kind of also been a luck or a circumstance sort of thing. But I guess there's always a chance to turn it around. So that's kind of who I have my eyes on. I talk a little bit more about it in the 4 laps video, but might be an Alex Palou win. I don't know. Don't listen to me. Who knows?
Well, tune in to 4 laps, everybody, Thursday at 10 a.m. to get all the details about the upcoming race weekend from Andrea. But speaking of drivers that are kind of just, they have it going on right now. If we're talking about Alex Palou a little bit, Brittany Force, NHRA, badass. This weekend, another record for her, right, Dom?
Yeah, so at the Charlotte 4 Wides a few months ago that we covered, she set the top fuel dragster speed record at 341.59 miles an hour in 1,000 feet. To put that in perspective, just how ludicrous drag racing is. Yeah, well, she broke that record on Sunday and also broke the overall NHRA speed record. 341.8 is now the all-time record for both funny car and top fuel dragster. Brittany just had an unbelievable weekend. Was in the high 330s for almost every run she had. Went up to 340. Had a 341 run, and then in the semis got up to the 341.8 that got her the record. Didn't win the final. Sean Langdon took the victory, which, she spun the tires halfway down the line. But regardless, huge weekend for that team. Tony Stewart didn't advance very far either, but his teammate in Funny Car, Matt Hagan, was able to win the Funny Car final, break that winless drought, and now TSR Nitro has a Funny Car win this year. So not everything to be disappointed with on the Tony Stewart side, because that team did get a win. But again, just a huge weekend for NHRA where they're making crazy headlines. Because 341.8, holy moly, what a run!
Insane.
If they put wings on those cars, they would fly. It's crazy how fast.
Yeah.
That's how that works out. Yeah,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely be sure to check out Nitro Nation from Big Duke, out every Monday at 8:30 p.m. He broke down everything from this race weekend and previewed what was ahead. He does really good, like, just analysis for those. Like, I'm very new to NHRA. I know most of us are, or we either haven't watched it or we've dabbled in it, but it's very informative. Like, I learned so much from Duke, so make sure you go watch that again Mondays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. But I want to switch gears from drag racing back to our oval tracks, the short tracks. Buddy, you had an eventful time. The Hampton Heat looked like a fun time.
I think I experienced every weather event possible.
Yeah.
It was no short of 950. What was that number Brittany Force hit miles per hour?
341.85.
That's the degrees that it was in Hampton, Virginia, for Hampton Heat. And then it rained, and the race didn't end until 2 a.m. But
yeah.
Anyway, you can watch all the recap from that on tour. Matt Waltz used the term hillbilly jig in referring to his disqualification from Sobo a couple weeks ago. So that's awesome. Butterbean's back, everyone's favorite lima beam of sorts that's dominating ARCA. I got to talk to him. That was cool. And then, sorry, children, anyway, next up for the Cars Tour is going to be next weekend at Hickory. 50 grand will be on the line. And I don't know about y'all, but that's like a lot. And so we're really excited about that. It's the biggest purse I'm totally making this up. I don't know if it's actually, but it's the biggest purse in late model stock history. It's the biggest night in Cars Tour history. They're going to have, it's throwback weekend too. So that's cool. So everybody get out your Fu Manchus and bell bottoms and throwback vintage t-shirts. It's just a Tuesday for me. On tour. You can watch it on ATYL Media. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it.
You guys should watch it. But you mentioned the $50,000 prize, and that's huge. And I forget who it was we were talking to at Caraway. Was it? Oh God, I forget. Was it Minnie Tyrell who was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to race next week because like finances and my car is trying to whatever. Like 50,000 is big for these drivers. So I mean that'll be one to watch.
Yeah, I mean I'm sure if it would help me, it would definitely help them. So I mean, Minnie Tyrell, I'm sorry.
I was waiting for you to pull that up.
That's
I was waiting for it to get pulled up. That's all.
There you go. There you go.
Love you, Ben.
That's what Hickory can do for you.
That's
all I got to say.
And we're going to see Ben on the grid next weekend.
Yeah, Ben's going to be in the third junior motorsports car.
Yeah. We're going to enter a car, the ATYL Media Team. We're thinking maybe ARCA or Cars Tour. We still haven't decided, but we're
going to draw a hat on which of the interns gets to drive the Pro Late model for 30 grand.
Laura goes, I did not sign up for this.
You do not want me behind the wheel. I promise you don't.
Oh man.
Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So Laura will be driving the Pro Late model, and Ben will be driving the late model stock, and we're gonna wreck everybody and get sent to the rear. So
Is it one of those deals where the team gets the money or the driver gets the money?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's a hell of a question.
I heard those rules aren't really defined these days.
I actually have talked to people about this, and some of them it is going to the driver. It depends on the team, really. I mean, there's a lot of family-owned operations. There are some, juggernauts of late model stock racing. So it kind of depends on the team. I do know Keelan Harvick's not getting any of it, but he said he's going to get 30 grand with the Hunt Brothers Pizza if he wins. So
okay.
I'm no expert, but that's a lot of pizza. So At some point on tour will happen. So watch that. That's all I got.
Buddy will break it all down when on tour.
I will. I will.
He will. Make sure to watch.
And you may see a cat. I don't know.
You might see cat. I will say Happy's becoming my
cat.
favorite guest appearance here. Oh my God!
Another one.
Happy, your friend is
now
here.
we have to wait.
Taylor, I am gonna tell Mayor that you said that.
No.
He is gonna be so mad at you.
Mary's my favorite puppy
cats.
No, so Laurel and I have already talked about this, but ATYL is just like a front to funnel cat motorsports content. That's all ATYL is. Like,
I don't have any of my cats with me, but I do have 3, and one of them is named after George Russell. So
after George Russell?
Yes, my female cat is
driver.
Russell, named after George. I love her. She's like
cat energy. Yeah, that's cat energy.
Yeah. My mom's cat's named Ralph after Ralph Dale Earnhardt Jr.
How many of us, and even in the comments, have pets that are named after drivers?
Happy Harvick.
Happy Harvick. There we go. All right. Anyone else have had pets in the past, present, maybe future that will be named after tracks, drivers?
Maybe in the future.
Yeah.
But not currently.
I would like a cat named, I wish I had named my orange cat Oscar, because I just think like very McLaren colors. But I also just think like I love like old people names with love for pets. You know, my other cat's name is Winston, so like Winston, Gigi. Yeah, I just love that energy. Winston after Cassius Winston, Michigan State basketball specifically. But
you work for ATYL now. It's after Winston.
Yeah, you can you guys can interpret it however you would like.
Yeah.
I have to give Mayor some love. Everybody enjoy Mayor.
Shout out to Mayor.
Mayor's like the best.
Shout out Mayor.
We got a cat named
ATYL.
I know that cat, Ayrton.
Ayrton, love that.
Yes.
A dog named Ace. Austin Dillon, maybe.
A golden retriever named Roval.
Future
oh my
named Roval. Yeah, can we?
I am obsessed with that.
I love that. I love that. I want to name my future dog Coda after Circuit of the Americas.
That's a good name.
That might be good,
that works.
It actually does work, which is crazy. But
I think that one works. Though maybe Tire Dag, Chicane. Just get really creative with it.
I like that. Chicane the Canine. Yeah.
Chicane the Canine.
This is my Bull Terrier Rumble Strip.
Okay, I'm not renaming my cat. This guy had a dog named Happy and renamed it Bugsy.
One of us has to change.
No. He already renamed it.
Credit one lap.
Okay, renamed it. Okay, we're good.
Credit one bank.
One lap to go.
Hey, that's kind of cool though.
I got a bearded dragon named Playoffs.
Make after these.
My goodness. We love our pets. We love the names. Speaking of things we love, you guys know where I'm going with this.
There it is.
Oh boy.
We love our diecast. We really do.
Great transition.
Thank you. I felt like it was better this week. Maybe it wasn't, maybe it was. I don't know. But Benzik Designs, we love our diecast. We love displaying our diecast. And you all have to get your 3D printed displays from Benzik Designs. Scan the QR code. Or if you just go onto the Etsy page, use the promo code ATYL2025, you get 20% off your entire order. Matt sent me like one stand to start. And then I was like, I have to get more. And now I think like all my 4-tiered stands on here are from Matt Benzik, and they're incredible. So make sure to support him. He's a small business. And display your diecast in the best way possible. It saved me so much space. I think I counted like 60 something cars up here, and it wouldn't be possible without the stands. I know a lot of us too have the Benzik Design stands as well. He has some for F1, INDYCAR, those types of diecast too. So make sure to check those out. But yeah, my goodness. Closing out though the topic of short track racing. Not related to our animal discussion, but short track racing at least. Racing America has a lot of good short track content coming up this week. We have the High Miller weekend at Sandusky Speedway, starting like tonight, technically, with the must-see racing sprint cars. It is such a fun series to watch. And then we go into some modified racing, and then, of course, the whole slew of races on Saturday that I just don't remember at the top of my head. But go to Racing America. We're going to be giving away some codes for a free month on racingamerica.tv on our page sometime this week, so stay tuned for that. But all that said, who's ready to like get mad about a topic?
I'm always mad.
I came mad. I showed up mad today.
Mad.
I told everyone on our Instagram story to bring your opinions, bring your hot takes, because this topic popped up on Twitter yesterday, and I got so pissed off, for lack of a better word. It's kind of water under the bridge at this point, kind of, sort of, but Larry McReynolds and Danielle Trotta were on SiriusXM NASCAR radio yesterday, and they were having kind of an overarching discussion about the state of the sport, playoff format, and Danielle kind of mentioned that there is a driver in the committee that is like screaming for the old points format to come back, full season points championship. She goes, I hope to God people don't want that. And Larry Mack was like, this guy probably hasn't even won a championship, right? And Danielle was like, bingo, exactly. And the way that was presented rubbed people the wrong way. They did not name this driver, but many kind of speculated it was Mark Martin, and everyone went to defend Mark Martin because he is a national treasure. Larry Mack then later confirmed that he wasn't talking about Mark Martin. Mark Martin's a hero of his, while Danielle tweeted at Mark Martin and was like, hey, Mark, like, some people don't think the way you do, so that's okay. So there was a lot to it. Gotta say, respect Larry Mack and Danielle Trotta. Just wasn't the right way to go about it. But I guess this leads into a larger discussion about the playoff format, etc. That said, though, Sal, you made a video on this too. You were very high level about it, which I appreciate.
I really tried to be. I tried to be with like kind of. I didn't have as much snark in my voice as Larry McReynolds did when he made the comment on SiriusXM. If I did, I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, the whole topic is kind of. It makes your hair stand on end and your blood boil just a little bit, because I don't, frankly, personal opinion, not reflective of the partners or ATYL Media. I don't believe a word out of their mouths that it wasn't talking about Mark Martin, because if I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, I wouldn't tell you that I had my hand in the cookie jar to begin with. So I don't know. It seems to be blowing over, but I mean, Mark Martin slander is never tolerable. You will be sentenced, by the high court if you choose to come after our Lord and Savior, Mark Martin. But anyway, the whole deal's whack. So it's like, if you're going to yap about it and say a driver who hasn't won a championship, you're going to open your flap. You might as well go ahead and let the cat out of the bag at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, kind of not awesome as a reflection of the entire kind of XM program lineup, in my opinion, and just the state of like some of these elder statesmen in the sport, like Larry McReynolds. I mean, I've had some wild comments about him. Also, Larry McReynolds has never won a championship, so I just want that to be a part of this conversation.
Neither has Danielle Trotta.
This is true.
Excellent point. An excellent point, buddy.
Thank you.
But it just like, what are we doing? I mean, they talk on that show sometimes like nobody's listening, like they forget they're on satellite radio. So
it's state-run media. What do you expect?
I mean, Buddy's going to come out and say it. I think we're in the clear.
Are we really beating around the bush here? It's state-run media. They're on the payroll.
It's the North Korea of communications.
We have Dom muted for this very reason. It's like it's ridiculous. I'm waiting for the Gucci Mane-esque diss track that Mark Martin's going to drop on him tomorrow. Like,
I hope Mark Martin shows up to NASCAR Productions or SiriusXM with Gucci Mane.
I hope he shows up to Indy with Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
Could you imagine Mark Martin, the Cookie Monster is anti-playoffs, by the way.
Okay.
Drop that more.
Okay, this is canon. In other words, canon. Okay.
You can't like cookies and the playoffs.
No, it's not possible.
Okay.
It's not possible.
So if you, okay, sure. Oh, here we go.
It's crazy. Even if they weren't talking about Mark Martin, though,
they were.
Even if they weren't, in this pretend scenario that they're trying to fabricate through this Kim Jong-un-esque line of communication.
Yes!
There's no way it's acceptable to speak about a former past driver, a current driver that way. I mean, just as unacceptable as it is for me to compare them to the North Korean regime.
I mean, here's my thing, and this is we all kind of talk about this on ATYL Media, how we present our content, how whatever. It's like it's okay to have discourse, healthy discourse. It's okay to have your own opinion, to talk about them. But when you're on a national broadcast, you have national appeal, you have listeners, like you're part of the sanctioning body, you would hope that that discourse is with respect to the members who have made the sport what it is today. And regardless of if it was Mark Martin or not, or Dale Jr. or Denny Hamlin, like they've made such a huge impact on the sport. And that was so disrespectful. So my whole thing was just like, man, like who could it have been? I don't think we're going to have that confirmation, which I think is just kind of dumb. I get you wash it under the rug, but I'm like, if you're going to bring it up, like Sal said, say it. But all that said, something interesting to kind of bring up there, and it kind of goes back to the conversation of like championships. Do they matter? Do they not? But ultimately, it's somebody's contribution to the sport. Their opinion should always matter. But yeah, my whole thing too is like the quickest way to piss off the NASCAR fan base is to disrespect an incredible driver, and two, to say the playoff format doesn't have to change, because regardless of what motorsport series you come from, you go to NASCAR and you're like, this is either really complicated, or it's like, wow, the championship really hinders on one race. I mean, I gotta think like Laurel, like the F1 championship, you have a full season championship, then you go to NASCAR and you're like, whoa, right?
I kind of just learned how the NASCAR championship worked 2 days ago.
It's a lot.
So it's a lot. It was explained to me in a video via Cats. So that's really how I like to consume content.
You have to send us this video.
And you didn't send it to me?
I need to find it. Someone sent it to me, and I was like, okay, wait, this is actually like, it made me understand what was going on, despite the fact that I'm in a NASCAR shirt today. This is not normal.
And you're in a NASCAR shirt for a driver that was crew chief by Larry McReynolds. Were you paid to be here?
I can't confirm or deny.
But
we love Davey Allison.
Conspiracy runs deep. Get the tinfoil hats on. Cut the circulation off.
Yeah, I need to find that video because it made me understand how I had no clue. I have not watched NASCAR really since I was like 10, 11 years old. I've mainly been F1 since then, so I don't really know what's happening.
It's a lot. And I wouldn't be surprised if we slightly change the playoff format like in the off season going into next year as well. It's like it's constantly changing and evolving, or just overhaul it.
Destroy it.
That's a good idea.
Now, I don't know in the current state of NASCAR, and part of me says yes, part of me says no, with the equalness that the Gen 7 car has kind of provided, if a full season points championship is the way to go. I really don't know. I'm glad I'm not the one paid the big bucks to make those decisions. I'm just me. All that said, though, there's a lot, I think, for NASCAR to kind of figure out in the offseason when it comes to that. It's just the discourse around it, unfortunately, has become a little hostile. It always has been. But with that, I was like, whoa. All that said, though, some exciting news. I think we're all going to be taking a trip next June to San Diego.
Yeah.
For the course. Very excited about that. NASCAR announced that they're going to be taking all 3 NASCAR National Touring Series to Naval Base Coronado just to race. That's very exciting. It'll be during Father's Day weekend, so the week of June 19th, I think, through the 21st. Just a lot of exciting stuff. I don't know. Did you guys see, Andrea, did you see the video that they put together?
I did. Yes.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
I have to say the NASCAR social media this year as like a newer fan is so unbelievably impressive to me. I cannot believe these skits. Is that what we're calling them? Skits?
Sure.
Acting, Oscar-nominated
productions
films in
cinema. These are great.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I mean, what I would give for INDYCAR to do half of that. But
or just post on Instagram.
Hey, we can't have everything. You know,
This is true.
we can't have it all. I was also, I mean, this is a question somebody has the answer to for me, but like, how long have like the rumors of this been going around? Because I'm also so in awe of how quickly they can go from like concept and idea of like a San Diego race to like it's happening. We have a whole promo and we're announcing it and it's on next year's schedule, because that is also extremely impressive to me.
Yeah.
Because I've only heard these rumors for like a couple weeks, maybe.
Well, it was oh, sorry. Go ahead, Taylor.
Well, I was going to say, like, sometimes it can take years to form these contracts, especially with like a city, a town, whatever it is, a street course. But like the rumor, Buddy, maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of started circulating, I think, because of Adam Stern, like early this year. Like it started to kind of come to the forefront. But I think we've always kind of had an idea even last year too.
Well, after the first Chicago street race, and it went swimmingly because SVG won. It obviously the success, a lot of cities,
because it was the most rain Chicago ever got in its entire history.
Yes, exactly. I was there. Hey, look, that was my personal.
Man.
That's a fact. That's not just making that up.
That is since 1987. I know. So anyway, ever since the first Chicago street race, I mean, Pittsburgh has been rumored, San Diego's been rumored, somewhere in Colorado's been rumored, Denver. That's it. That's the place. So yeah, I think, but San Diego's obviously, I guess, the highest bidder. I don't know. It's going to be cool though.
It makes too much sense for them to go back there too, just because of the presence of Southern California. I mean, I know people out there that aren't even NASCAR fans that are like, they're doing what? I'll be there. Like, it seems to already be having an effect.
I do have a question though, and this is me. I'm a newer NASCAR fan. Please, guys, have mercy. I've only been here for like 6 or 7 months. But like the Chicago street race seemed to fill a need of like putting NASCAR in front of an audience that was probably very unfamiliar with NASCAR. Is there something that's going to fill that need, or are they just going to take an L on that for a year or two or however long until they come up with another street course that's putting the ooh and ah of a NASCAR weekend in front of people that maybe have never watched a NASCAR race? Because I don't think that San Diego is going to be doing that. So that's something I'm interested in.
I could see it. I could see it doing that. Like, I mean, I think you'll have a lot of military members that will definitely want to attend the race. But I mean, if you look at LA or the Southern California area, they had Auto Club, then they had the LA Clash, and now they have San Diego. So like, and they all, I feel like, appeal to different types of people. I feel like, California, I feel like that's probably more of the, I don't know, maybe I'm stereotyping here, more of the F1 fan base. Southern California, it's more glamorous. It's, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like having a street course, which is more F1-esque, will appeal to them and maybe get NASCAR in front of those guys.
I think to bounce off of that too, what John said in the comments, I think this is prevalent to that point as well, is they're making it an event. Like with, unfortunately for the Coliseum, because of weather, like it kind of affected the kind of event the first, year or two we went there. But because it was more of an event than it was a race, it drew new people in. But I totally understand what you're saying. We've been to SoCal. It's a market that we're very familiar with. So what could take the place of the Chicago street course? What I like, though, about taking a year off, I mean, this made sense, too, because it's celebrating the Navy's 250th anniversary, was they're going to use this year off to, like, reassess the event, hopefully make it better, make sure planning's better logistically, because I do agree. It was a huge win for NASCAR to get it in front of a different audience that otherwise might not have watched it. It was so funny. I've told the story before too, but my cousin used to live in Chicago and now she's in San Diego. And I'm like, hey, surprise, NASCAR's following you. But she really didn't know NASCAR and she thought it was really cool, even though frustrating to see kind of the track getting built and like seeing the cars like from the street and stuff like that. So I don't want to say it's like captive audience. That's not what I mean at all. But it's like, if you've never watched NASCAR, never wanted to watch NASCAR, but you live in Chicago, and in Chicago's case, you're going to at least know or learn what it is a little bit, right? Same thing kind of with the race in San Diego there too, kind of. But I mean, I think it's a really cool announcement. I did also really like the drivers' call signs. I would say there's some drivers where I wish they were like Noah Gragson being like, Riz, come on Noah. Like be a little different, but I also thought that was hilarious as hell.
I mean, if you could give them better call signs, are there any that you would have changed?
I don't.
Because there's two in particular that I would have changed off the top of my head. The rest of them were pretty good.
What were the two that you?
And they were.
I was gonna say
Noah Gragson should have been like the mullet. That should have been.
Yeah,
it should have been
good.
Something.
Noah the mullet Gragson. That's good. Oh,
and then Byron as the flame to me is kind of. It's kind of. I've already gotten myself in trouble here tonight, so it's kind of low effort to me. The flame one. Because his flames on the car, but the babyface assassin would have been a great second choice there.
This was the nickname that Alex Bowman deemed William Byron. Yeah.
It's already there. Like I thought Zamboni was good though for Logano. That was.
I thought Carson Hocevar brought up a really great point in the video. He asked, "Why didn't we bring SVG?" And personally, that's a question I ask myself pretty much when I go anywhere. Is why didn't I bring SVG? So.
This is very true. This is valid. This is valid. Dom, do you think Logano's call sign should have been like sliced bread or something, or do we think we're past that?
Zamboni's perfect for him. He used to drive Zambonis when he was younger. That's how he
Yeah,
met
And
his
he
wife.
drives like he's driving with Zamboni, except for when it's playoff time.
Well, it's because he's still got 3 cups in the back slowing him down.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
That.
All right.
That's a tough one, huh?
Wait until Mark Martin and the Cookie Monster change his playoff format, then see how many championships he gets.
Hey, you can't take him from him now.
C is for championship.
See, the Mark Martin Cookie Monster collab is going to go crazy. Put them on Sirius XM.
We need like an AI Mark Martin Cookie Monster Gucci Mane cover like tomorrow.
C is for championship, and they're all wearing sunglasses.
That's right.
Yeah.
With
We need
grills.
nothing more.
Oh my god.
I
Sal,
lost
don't
the
even
plot.
start.
I'm done. I retired from the AI video or photo making after that.
Good.
That's it. I hung it
Oh
up.
my gosh, yeah.
The only
Dude.
one that was respectable was like Andrea's because she had bling on and so it like shined off the thing.
Nah,
but
honestly,
all the
they
other
were
ones
all
sucked.
kind of rough. Yeah,
Yeah. My
we
gosh.
tried. We tried something. You know, it's
Yeah, we tried.
Just
That's
like
okay.
the playoff format. They tried. It's still terrible.
Yeah, they're working on it. I hope we're working on it, right? I
No.
swear, I had a follow up for Buddy and lost the plot. I'm not gonna lie, I lost the plot. I have no clue what I was gonna say to you.
Is it
I'm sorry.
Cookie Monster SVG related? Because those are only 2 things I'm interested in talking about.
That's fair.
Call signs were on the table before we lost the plot too.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
completely lost. I don't even know. Let me get to your guys' comments while I'm lost. Just seeing if maybe we can find our way back for a second. John said, good to see you, John, in the chat. John Jensen, San Diego's a good choice for a street course in NASCAR. Gotta admit, though, it's interesting that they're going to do it on a Navy base. We'll see how that unfolds. I know there's going to be a lot of planning logistics involved in that for sure, but we shall see. This was one of the things in the videos. Again, comedy gold for the Sabrina Carpenter comment as well for William Byron. Like they really played into like the driver social media lore, I guess, for lack of a better word. That was really, really fun. My goodness.
It was fun that they kind of picked drivers that had that presence.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I didn't expect to see Carson Hocevar as part of a street course promotion. And you know, him and Gregson together, I think are awesome. They're fun.
And it
but,
was
like,
good that they had Chase Elliott like lead the whole thing. That way, you know, he didn't have to show any personality. So it was good that they left it to the other guys. You don't want to put too much on them, you know.
I will say props to him though for being there. I thought he did a good job, all things considered. I'll give it to him. But my goodness, no, I thought they picked a good cast of characters. Obviously, Gregson being as charismatic as he is. I thought Hocevar was great in that too. Chase Briscoe was one that surprised me actually, like being in the video. Just new team. I don't know if a lot of like newer fans or people that don't know NASCAR really know who Chase Briscoe is. But like again, awesome guy. One of my favorite interviews I do. But Chase Briscoe is awesome to have in that video. Obviously, Joey Logano and all that stuff. But yeah, I will say SVG. When are we going to see his on-screen debut for all these?
I want to rub his bald head. I don't know.
I haven't seen him. I keep good track of who's in these videos because some are much better actors than others, and I have yet to see any SVG acting real.
We need to see it.
I will say,
yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I think in MJ and I's ranking, I could be wrong, that the best towards the top are usually Ryan Blaney or Austin Cindric.
Yeah.
They have the best acting, but I do think that Carson and Ryan Preece kind of sneak in there sometimes with their acting ability.
Those Mexico promos they did, Priest.
Yeah. Very good.
He was sneaky. He was sneaky
good
with that one.
But Austin Cindric's got those cute little tortoiseshell glasses.
This is true.
Exactly.
Same.
And he always looks like a little unsure of his lines, which I think is fun
helps.
in acting.
Kind of
you know what I mean?
plays into it. For him, it feels like a little bit.
I can't
Keeps
decide.
the scene going.
I can't decide what my favorite.
He's unsure of his
skit
job next
is.
year too. So
I can't decide whether Back to the Future or The Bear
Oh,
is my favorite skit because
That Back to the Future one
Blaney.
was killer.
My favorite part in the Bear skit is when Blaney like gets in Stenhouse's face to yell at him, and you can see him smiling, trying not to laugh
yeah.
as he's giving him the lines. Like, oh my god, that cracked me up. And then Kyle Busch and Brad Keselowski doing like a phenomenal skit. Who would have thought?
So
God,
good.
what a pairing! The most unlikely duo to do something like that together.
It was so good.
I'm creating
Blaney knows his strengths, which is delivering lines in a yelling fashion. But honestly, that wins people off race all the time. So like,
right.
it really works.
Yeah.
It really works. Know your strengths.
Oh my goodness.
I will say too, like Ryan Blaney, the lore here too, like he is actually a decent actor. He's done a lot of like TV like cameos and
Hawaii
stuff like
5-0.
that. Hawaii 5-0. So
A lot of people have done a lot of acting that aren't
this
decent
is true,
actors.
though. But he hasn't been bad. I will say, like, did anybody watch? Was it The Crew with like Kevin James? It was like
Yeah, it was
really
horrible.
stupid-
It was
Yeah.
awful.
Brian
There was
Blaney
something
carried
left
the
to be
show with
desired.
his one episode. I will.
I
say.
took theater for
It was
4
bad.
years. I'm a terrible actor.
You did?
Yeah.
Lore. Or lore. Everyone
Yeah.
has their own lore. We posted about it
I
on
mean,
the
didn't we-
ATYL Media channel.
We did.
We're not all theater kids. I thought that was.
I thought that was like,
requirement.
I
I'm
thought
a
that was
theater
like,
Not-
yeah.
Okay, so the top row
Like-
of us is we're all theater kids on the
What
top.
what constitutes theater kid? Like being involved in theater over
Yeah.
duration of time?
Your whole
or
life
being-
is theatrics, Sal.
That's true. That is true. I have
Yeah.
made it theater.
Yeah,
There's
NASCAR.
like
This is fair.
There's a need for theater kid energy in motorsports. Like Joseph
There is.
Newgarden, funny, he's friends with Ryan because he loves improv and he is obsessed with acting. You know what I mean? There's theater kid energy in motorsports, whether you like it or not, folks.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm adding a poll to YouTube, so everyone cook away on that. Your favorite NASCAR actor. Yeah. All right. John, I love reading the comments here. Any motorsports topics that we did not get to that we should bring up before
There's
we
a
close
crown
things
jewel
up?
this weekend.
There's
I clicked that.
Well-
I clicked
well,
that
yeah,
thing by accident. My bad.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, there's a crown jewel this weekend. That's pretty important. One of the crown jewels that Denny Hamlin has yet to win. He spoke during his press conference this past weekend that he's like, I want nothing more than to win this race so bad. It's one that's eluded me. Obviously, as he continues to add to his already Hall of Fame worthy resume, like having the Thanos like gems or whatever of crown jewels would be everything to him. But yeah, crown jewel race excited. Truck Series is going to be at IRP this weekend. Brendan Butterbean Queen is going to be in that race. Ross Chastain's actually going to race in the Truck Series event too. I'm trying to think. There was another driver that I'm thinking of, and now I forget. But some drivers that you typically see maybe on the Xfinity Cup side will also be in truck, and then of course Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Dom, what do you think about this weekend? Who do you think will win?
Well, one thing I was going to comment this on Sal's show, but I figured I'd let him breathe for a little bit because I feel like I flood his chat.
I can't move my eyes fast enough back and forth between the two chats. I'm losing my
You're
mind.
working too hard. That's all.
I'm never working too hard. That's my secret.
9 times the winner of the Brickyard 400 went on to win the Cup that same year. So interesting little tidbit there. It's a fun fact.
Wow. That's
I know Larson did. I think the last person to do it was Kyle Busch in 2015.
yeah.
So
We can
it's been
add
a
that
while,
into
been
the
10
notes.
years, but
Yeah.
For the
there was
witches.
a good run there. Obviously during the Jimmy dynasty, Gordon as well. Tony Stewart did it as well. So there's a
Yeah.
handful of them.
Dale Jarrett.
Yeah,
I
98,
know
99, 2000, and 2001. All 4 of those years were winner of the Brickyard won the Cup.
Yeah.
So interesting little tidbit there. So we might see history repeat itself this weekend, but no, I think Larson's a really good shot to go back to back. I feel
Yeah.
like Penske. I picked all the Penske cars this weekend because I feel like they're so mad with how the 500 went. They don't care how illegal their car is this weekend. They just want to win the race.
Fair. Fair.
But we'll just have to wait and see. I think Hendrick has a pretty decent stranglehold on Indy, so I think any of those 3 guys can win that
Mhm.
race. But we'll just have to wait and see.
I do want to point out real quick because I think this is hilarious, and because we were talking about Penske for MJ. Speaking of drivers and acting, she was introduced to Joey Logano through Lab Rats, and reintroduced to him when he got wrecked at Richmond. Gold. So
Both great.
both
great
great,
moments in
both
time.
great moments.
Yeah.
I don't think MJ likes me.
I don't like you either.
Well, I'm okay with that,
Wow.
buddy.
I just love you, Dom.
Your cat's gonna bite you again.
Dude, he bit the hell out of me earlier. Anyway.
Man.
Yeah, I didn't know
Happy
if anyone
wasn't so
saw
happy.
that. Buddy just had his arm out, and Happy just had a mouthful of his
Just
arm.
gnawing, bro. Just
We
like a
have
cookie
to
monster
find
on a
that.
cookie. Like
A cookie monster on a cookie.
My God. Yeah. Everyone be on the lookout for the Cookie Monster press conference on Sunday, by the way. Again, I'm gonna keep talking about that because I don't think I've ever been more excited for a press conference in my life. So I'm very excited for this, just to say.
I feel like we all should have applied for media credentials.
We should have.
I feel like they're gonna be squares about it. Like, no.
Yeah. But I hope there's some good questions there. Fingers crossed. Hope there's some fun with it.
I don't think Cookie Monster's bingo card was he was going to hear Bob Pock or Spock Sports 2025.
Does Sesame Street have lights? That's the question.
Yeah.
Sesame Street.
Oh my God.
I think that Bob is going to be in Laguna Seca, so he might have skipped out completely on the Cookie
he'll
Monster.
call
He
in.
didn't. He didn't.
Boom.
They're
Call
calling.
him from the press box.
Get wrecked, Dom.
Oh my gosh. Well, shoot, guys, this has been fun. Let's see if there's any other questions real quick before we go. I'm not gonna lie, NASCAR dude 845. I don't know much about this conversation about a roof going over Bristol.
So yes,
yeah, I watched that.
that they're going to put a roof over Bristol and host WrestleMania there.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Well, he
would
said
cost that company $1 billion.
They have $1 billion though.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if
TKO Sports can afford to do it if they really wanted to.
No,
Well,
I'm
we
talking
got-
about Marcus Smith.
we got
well, that too.
competition at Hickory then. Marcus will be in there trying to buy his roof on Bristol. Just bring it back around to my show.
Bring it back around. Bring it back around. Yeah, that could be interesting. Obviously, we will not race with a roof over Bristol because that's dangerous. But yeah,
An awning, a nice awning.
a nice
A retractable awning.
Yeah. No, I mean that seriously.
I mean, like a
like that.
stadium. You know?
If it's
They
not
do that.
raining,
Yeah,
if it's
baseball
not raining,
stadiums.
yeah, do the thing and
Yeah.
Or
I've
we
never
could
seen
just-
one added to a stadium. I've seen them build stadiums with them like from the ground up, but I've never seen somebody add to a stadium like a clamshell roof. I don't know. Be wild to see.
My goodness. Well,
Is-
folks,
Can I make us go long with one more thing?
you know what? Go for it.
Sure.
Go.
There was one comment I saw flip through there, and I don't know where it is now because I have no attention span. But somebody did reference that they're talking about putting lights in the inside of the Roval for the Xfinity race because they moved back the start time. So that sounds like it can only lead to the most entertaining disaster of all time. So I hope they're really, really big lights. I mean, when I think of putting lights up in an infield, I think of like generators on trailers with poles. Hopefully my dumb brain, that is not what they do, but I wouldn't put it past anybody. Buddy has the answer already.
They already did this. 2020 Xfinity race. It was pouring down rain.
Yeah.
The infamous Xfinity race at the Charlotte Roval in 2020. They did this exact thing. They just brought generators with lights, and that was it. That was the Roval, guys.
I feel like that's going to lead.
It was
that can
amazing.
only go,
It was awesome.
especially with that new turn. What is that? Turn 9, turn 7, whatever that is. That real sharp.
Oh yeah,
one-
just that.
The exit onto the high bank there.
6 and 7, I think.
Could be dicey. Could
It's
be
okay.
could be rough.
Everybody's going to be
say-
at Tri-County watching Dale Jr. anyway.
This is fair. This is fair. But we were sitting by that turn. I think it is turn 6, 7 last year because we're like, I wonder what chaos will unfold here. It was so fun. Not gonna lie. I'm excited about this. I think it'll lead to chaos, but hopefully it's good. I think this is a race I'm going to be covering, so I can't I can't enjoy it, I guess, for lack of a better word. But I'm excited about it. I think night races are kind of fun, and there's a curveball to throw in there along with the light situation.
I hope they do everything they can for this Roval and then never run it again and give Charlotte its second.
Oh,
Thank
No.
wait.
Oh,
Thank you.
did I
No.
say that out? Did I say that out loud?
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
A disrespect, Sal.
Somebody's got to run on
terrible.
4th. They got to go somewhere 4th of July now. So
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's another thing too. I was about to end this. We have so much more we could talk about this. So first off, show of hands, who hates the Roval? Show of hands in the comments too. I want to see those hands.
absolutely.
Wow. Wow.
These are not friends of mine.
Yeah, they're not friends of mine.
All it took was Jimmy Johnson clearing out Martin Truex Jr. that one year, and I'll hate it for the rest of the time it exists.
Skill issue, my
guy. I like that moment because Ryan Blaney won, so I'm here for it.
I'm glad for you. I think I almost put my fist through the TV that day, but you know, we've moved on. We don't.
2022 Coke 600 convinced me that we don't need the Roval anymore.
Sure.
That was the best race I think I've ever seen in my life.
Have you watched mile and a half lately? They're becoming 550 races. We need to do something to the car. We don't need more mile and a halves. Don't go to Chicagoland either. Thank you for coming.
You're just wrong on the Chicagoland thing. I heard they're bringing Kentucky back too. Taylor,
that's dumb. That's really dumb.
I hope they bring Kentucky back too. Give me all the mile and a half. Give me all the intermediates.
I would be okay with Kentucky coming back if they redid the track again.
They'd have to,
put it back to how it was.
When they laid down the PJ1, they ruined an already not great track.
When they changed turns 1 and 2, that's when they ruined it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
When they built it.
They built
it. Andrea and Laurel, you are two newer NASCAR fans, not the boomers that are here at the bottom of the screen. Please enlighten us.
On why I love the Roval.
About what?
On Roval,
not, your Roval takes?
Less ovals,
I think that the Roval is fun, and I think it's chaotic, and I think that sometimes my experience has been that people don't love fun and chaos enough. Like, what's wrong with a little whimsy? You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with a little fun?
I love that.
Just get a little silly out there.
I think that maybe it's like crazy high stakes to be like a cutoff race and be whimsical, but like I think it's still worth having around. I think that the Roval goes, I go. I'll never watch NASCAR. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna say that.
I'm with you.
Draw the line at the Roval.
I'm with you.
I draw the line at the Roval because I just think I also have like this need to love things that other people have like discounted. So like maybe I'll just get really into the playoffs and you know what I mean? Like I just love it so much, and I think that people just don't appreciate the chaos till it's gone. And do we really need all of it to just be ovals for the play? How fun is that? Not very. You know what I mean? We need a little bit.
And if it needs to be an oval, and just don't do Charlotte again, do Wilkesboro for a points race.
It would be great, honestly.
We please the boomers.
I would
Look
like
at that
very much.
I'm okay with that.
It's weird because if the Roval wasn't at the Charlotte Motor Speedway, if they took that layout and moved it somewhere else, it would be fine. People just have this great oval product to compare it to, and they know that they are losing it with the Roval, so they don't want the Roval because they know how great the oval really is there. That's all it is. I'm all road course, street course, upside down Hot Wheels course. If we want to go that far, let's do it. But like, Roval is the Labubu of NASCAR. It's true. It's true.
I mean, even Laurel, like, what are your thoughts on the Roval? Like, even like coming from Formula One.
I don't know much about it. Okay, I don't really know, but I agree with Andrea. Where there's chaos and where there's whimsy, I'm there. Yeah. That's what piques my interest. I love chaos. And I don't know much about it, but I hear chaos and I'm like, okay, yeah. And I hear people that hate it, and I'm like, okay, now I want to love it.
Here's the thing too, people. Like, if you hate chaos being like a race to like decide the next round of the championship fight, then hate Daytona before the playoffs begin as well, because that's chaos to determine one last spot. And it could be Austin Dillon taking it, and he's done crappy all year.
Taylor, they're not moving Daytona. They're not moving Daytona back format.
It wouldn't be a problem.
I know they won't. And I want
them to, but
they won't. Okay.
They're not doing it. I'm sorry.
What if they do?
Atlanta. Atlanta may be 4th of July weekend.
But what if they
do? But what if they do?
Then they do, Dom. I don't know what the tell you.
Make Daytona 4th of July again and move Atlanta to
go. He didn't.
Make NASCAR whimsical again.
You know what? I don't think there was enough chaos.
That's a hat.
Happening here. I will say I went to the 24 hours Rolex at Daytona. You can do a Roval at Daytona.
They did.
They did that, but people hated it.
That's because
they hate the Roval.
I thought it was great. I
didn't mind it.
Chase Elliott won, and I still thought it was great. Like,
Christopher Bell got his first Cup Series win there too, right?
I was there. I saw it. He beat Joey Logano because Joey Logano's doo-doo won.
Shout it out. There you go. Not a hard one.
I'm just trying to be a solution-oriented person. So I was hearing that you guys didn't like the Charlotte Roval, so I was just trying to find options here. But there will be a Roval if I have anything to do about it.
Iowa Roval.
Something you'll notice, like Andrea, you said you were like a new NASCAR fan. Like something you'll really learn to appreciate about all the NASCAR fans is all we do is complain about something. So we hate everything. We don't like anything. We complain about it all. So
INDYCAR's very similar vibes. I feel that.
Yeah. Present logical solutions. No, we don't want it.
Oh, and if things are changed, like we wanted things changed, we're gonna hate the change. Even
right.
though we wanted it.
We're gonna hate it anyway.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Next year,
at least you guys are consistent. I love that.
I like that consistency, you know.
It's the least we can do if we're gonna complain all this time.
Next year, we're going to be calling Cookie Monster a Darf because he hated playoffs. I mean, it's just who we are. I'm going to mute myself. I need to shut up.
On that note, we're going to call it a night. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I know it's like the worst note to end it off on, but we are over time. I appreciate you all so much for tuning in. Of course, make sure to go to abovetheline.com to get all of your latest NASCAR news. There's so much on there about our content creators, where you can find them on socials, the different partners that we have, Benzik Designs. We literally have on our storefront a way to buy the Benzik Design stands there. Same thing with the NASCAR.shop stuff. Like everything's on our website. Very excited to have it revamped in the next month or so. Just be on the lookout for that. But again, abovetheline.com. Also, where's my bucket hat? Yeah, we're selling these bucket hats on there too, and it's like my favorite thing. So again, abovetheline.com to check all of that out. Of course, we have new content up all the time. Nitro Nation, Splash and Dash, Go Talk. They have a new live show coming out tomorrow night. We have a new 4 laps. So make sure that you're caught up on all of that content, as well as a brand new On Tour that came out literally today, like 2 hours ago. So make sure to go watch that. Track Limits, my show. We have so many new things. Oh yeah, Laurel and Andrea, you're seeing the tradition here. You'll get there. We got it. And then of course, last but not least, thank you to our partners. We couldn't do anything that we do without their support. On brand, Rob, for literally creating the sick designs that we see here on ATYL Media, Benzik Designs, NASCAR.shop, The Bright Mentality, and Goat Locker Racing. We appreciate them so much. And all they do, we appreciate you guys too. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And we will see you all next time, I guess. Keep up to date with announcements for the live shows and when we're going to have them, when we're not, on the ATYL Media social pages, by the way, for scheduling stuff. But thank you all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it from myself and the entire ATYL Media team.